5 Mindsets Keeping You Poor in 2026. The uncomfortable truth: poverty is a thinking system. What surprises most people is not that they haven't succeeded, it's that they don't understand why. They work hard, they try, they sacrifice, but their results don't reflect that effort. This creates a deep psychological conflict. I did everything right, so why hasn't my life changed? At this point, most people start looking for answers outside the market, the economy, AI, competition, but the real answer lies somewhere much harder to accept, inside the way they think. In 2012, the gap is no longer about resources. It's about perception. Same ideas, same platforms, same opportunities, but completely different outcomes. This reveals something important. The problem is not what you have, it's how you interpret what you have. Poverty is not just a financial state, it is a thinking system. A system built on how you view time, how you respond to risk, how you handle difficulty, how you define value. And the most dangerous part is, this system runs unconsciously. You don't realize you are being limited. You only feel like you are trying. Short-term thinking. When your brain is programmed wrong. The human brain is designed to prioritize immediate rewards. This was useful for survival in the past. But in the modern world, especially in 2026, it becomes a trap. You are surrounded by short-form content, instant gratification, fast results. Over time, your brain gets trained to avoid patience, avoid delay, avoid dialogue, avoid long-term thinking. And when you bring that mindset into life, you start to keep too early and switch directions too often. Never build anything long enough. This is why many people can know a lot, but master nothing because they never stay long enough to reach depth. The key insight here: success does not require you to do something new. It requires you to do the same thing long enough. But that is exactly what the modern brain resists. If you don't consciously control it, you will always choose easier, faster, short-term, and that guarantees stagnation. Blame, a dangerous defense mechanism. Blame is not weakness, it is protection. When you fail, your brain tries to protect you from discomfort. It creates logical explanations. It's not your fault. The situation is difficult. The timing isn't right. This makes you feel better, but it also keeps you stuck. Because if the problem is not you, there is nothing for you to change. This is the paradox. The explanations that comfort you are the ones that hold you back the longest. People who grow accept something difficult. I might be the problem, but to gain control. Because when you take responsibility, you also take power. And that is where real growth begins. Consumption, the attention economy trap. In 2000s, the biggest economy is not money. It is attention. Platforms don't make money from content. They make money from your time. Which means everything you see is designed to keep you watching, not to help you grow, but to keep you engaged. That's why you feel busy, overloaded, constantly consuming, but not progressing. You are consuming, not creating. And in today's economy, consumers are always weaker than creators because they don't control value. They only receive it. The real divide is this: one group is influenced, the other creates influence. And in the long run, only one group holds power. Fear of starting, not about failure. Many people believe they fear failure, but in reality, they fear uncertainty. When you start something new, you lose control. You don't know if it will work, how long it will take, if it's worth it. Your brain hates that. It prefers certainty. So it creates excuses. I'm not ready yet. I need more knowledge. I'll wait for the right time. This is not logic, it is avoidance. The truth is, no path is clear at the beginning. Every path becomes clear only after you walk it. So if you wait for certainty, you will never move. Linear thinking, the most dangerous belief. This mindset is dangerous because it feels logical. You believe, work more, earn more, but it doesn't scale. It is limited by time, energy, health. And once you hit the ceiling, choose stop growing. Meanwhile, the modern world works differently. It works on leverage. One action, many results. One system, continuous income. One asset, long-term value. The real question is, are you working or building something that works for you? If you don't shift to this thinking, you will always be limited by yourself. The new mindset, the operating system of successful people. At the highest level, there is no secret. People who move ahead simply operate differently. They accept the slow beginnings, focus deeply instead of spreading out, build value instead of chasing feelings, act before feeling ready, create systems instead of repeating effort. This is not a skill, it is an operating system. And when you change your operating system, everything you do changes. You don't need to change your entire life overnight. You only need to change how you make decisions, how you respond, how you see problems. Everything else will follow. Real change happens quietly. There is no dramatic moment when your life suddenly changes. Only small moments. You act instead of delay. You learn instead of escape. You persist instead of quit. These moments don't feel significant, but they accumulate. And over time, you become someone else. That is how real transformation happens. You don't need better tools.